Alright, well today I am replacing the oil cooler that goes in the side of the engine way back in there because I had oil in my coolant and I'm hoping that's it and not a head gasket blown. So obviously we got to take apart this side of the truck to get to where we need to be. So this has got to come out. Hopefully not have to remove any Freon lines. We'll see about the alternator, but let's dig into it. First I'm going to go ahead and take off the air filter and this hose that's attached to the turbo, and we'll get a little deeper into this. Hey, I almost forgot to mention the first step. First step is you got to take out all the oil and the coolant. So I got that going on down here. And hey guys, I'm not going to baby y'all through this. I am not a mechanic. I'm just going to try and give you some helpful hints. So, but you know, I will tell you that a 13 millimeter is going to take this nut off. And I'll try and throw in some other measurements as we go because I know how helpful that is. Okay, we've got a little deeper. So, got the air filter off and the oil filter, and now we're in here, and what we're looking at is that piece right back there. So we're gonna have to take apart this. We're gonna take apart this. It looks like it's bolted on here. Probably unbolt that, see if we can shove it over, disconnect the battery, and I'll probably disconnect the positive and the negative, take that out, and see if we have to take out the alternator after that. Alright, into it a little more, and man, I just pulled this hose off, and look at this. Look at that nasty oil. You can see it right there all over the fitting. Man, it's caked in here. Might have to give that a thorough wash. Okay, it looks like after taking out the alternator that I am going to have to at least loosen this and move it hopefully out of the way so I can get access to taking this pipe out. Taking this pipe out with that nut. Not a whole lot of room, but maybe I can move this far enough so I can get to it. And then this whole assembly here in the middle, the whole thing should be able to move out of the way and give me some more access. Just heard my voice as I listen to a playback, and it sounds way too high. I am not 13. Okay, so I'm going to try and deepen that up for you guys. So I got the air compressor out and moved out, rigged up with this zip tie configuration. I've got access to the nut I need to take off right down here, and that's going to be looks like 1.25 inch nut. So we'll get that done. Okay. I think to remove all this chaos, I think I just need to unclip or maybe cut these little zip ties that are holding all this wire onto this frame, and this whole wire assembly will move out of the way. And then we can see about maybe twisting this out of the way and getting it side so we can get in there. Yeah, actually, I'm not going to remove this fitting first. If I have to, I will, but it's one less thing I have to worry about sealing. And I'm going to start removing the coverage of the oil cooler right there, and we'll see what we got. Alright, here's a handy tip. So when I took this one out, it wouldn't come out all the way because this one's still here, so it looks like I'm going to have to take this out to get this one out. Okay, the cover's off. There's the cover, there's the housing behind it, but that one bolt right there, so that bolt would not come out all the way because it was hitting, I'm not sure if it's that fitting or the fixture behind it, so it has to be put in there before we install it again. Don't forget, dunderhead. Alright, it's off. Love how that looks. We're getting into it! There's the other one. Alright, the old one's out, and here it is, pretty much identical to the replacement. Thank you, Cummins. All right, I got to clean these up. Get this gasket off, clean it up, and we'll get it ready. All right, got the parts all cleaned up. Look how shiny that thing is. And there's the new ones, and here's the engine side, all cleaned up, ready to go. Oh, that hose that goes, should have filmed it underneath before I put this back, needs to be replaced because it is brittle and snapped. So we're gonna do that. Okay, that was a bit of a pain, but so you got to put in the oil cooler first, and then I held that in place with a couple bolts. Then got the other gasket on the faceplate, and then slipped that down there and left enough room to remove the bolts from the oil cooler as I held it in place with one hand and put bolts through both plates at the same time to get it mounted. So we're just going to work on getting those back together. All right, got that sucker back on. Now, well, everything else is just in reverse. Just a quick rundown in the reinstallation. Connected this line here and the line and the tubing for the that goes to the EGR cooler. Let's figure out what's next. All right, got this coolant hose and the line attached to it back on, and now I think it's time to remount the air compressor or the AC compressor. All right, got it back together. Sweet. All right, while I have it empty, I'm going to go ahead and change out the hoses on the radiator, but you know, that's a whole nother video.